Hello, great scholars. You are welcome to yet another interesting lesson. Today, I'll be focusing on simultaneous equations. And under simultaneous equation, I'll be looking at majorly the substitution method and the elimination method. While in our next class, I'll be focusing on graphical method. So without wasting time, let's begin. Now, what is the meaning of simultaneous equations? Simultaneous equations are two or more equations together at the same time. If you have two or more equations that you can solve together and obtain the answers at the same time, such equations are referred to as simultaneous equations. Examples are 3x plus 2y is equal to 1 and 2x minus 3y is equal to 3. Also take note that in simultaneous equations, you solve completely to look for the two unknowns. You can't solve one and leave the other. Now, there are three major methods of solving simultaneous equations. They are substitution method, elimination method, and the graphical method. Let's quickly take a look at the substitution method. You can use the substitution method if at least one of the unknown in the equations is having a coefficient of 1. And when I say a coefficient of 1, it means practically there is no number in front of the letter. For example, x has a coefficient of 1. If I say y has a coefficient of 1. So let's take a look at this very simple example. Solve these equations. Y equal to x plus 7, x plus 3y is equal to 36. The first thing you need to do is to label both equations as equation 1 and equation 2. Now, if you take a look at equation 1, where you have y equals to x plus 7, you discover that y is already standing as a subject of that equation. So, in substitution method, all you do is to look for that particular equation where a particular letter can stand on its own. So, now that y is standing on its own in equation 1, so what do? We substitute x plus 7 for y in equation 2, meaning we should replace anywhere we see y in equation 2 with the value or the expression x plus 7. And when we do that in equation 2, we have 2x plus 3 bracket x plus 7 is equal to 36. When we open our bracket, we have 2x plus 3s plus 21 is equal to 36. Then we collect like terms. When we collect like terms, we have 2s plus 3s is equals to 5x. Then we have 36 minus 21. So divide both sides by 5. We have x is equal to 3. Now substitute 3 for x in equation 1. You have y is equal to 3 plus 7. Y is equal to 10. Now, in elimination method, all you need to do is to look for that particular letter you want to eliminate and ensure that the coefficients are the same in both equations. So if the coefficients are not the same, you try as much as possible to make the coefficient to be the same. And how do you do that? You multiply the two equations interchangeably using the coefficient of that particular letter you want to eliminate. Now, let's quickly look at the example we have here. It says solve the equations 3m plus 2n is equal to 5 and 5m minus 3n is equal to 2. So, as usual, label both equations. First equation as equation 1, second equation as equation 2. Now, we want to eliminate n. All we need to do here is to make sure that the coefficient of n in both equations are the same. And to achieve that, we need to multiply equation 1 by 3. That gives us 9m plus 6n equals to 15. And that gives us equation 3. Then we multiply equation 2 by 2. That gives us 10m minus 6n is equal to 4. That gives us equation 4. And to eliminate, it depends on the sign that the letter you want to eliminate is carrying. For example, if you are eliminating a letter with the same sign, all you need to do is to subtract both equations. But if you are eliminating a letter with different signs, all you need to do is to add both equations. In this case, plus 6n and minus 6n are carrying different signs. To eliminate that n, we add both equations. So we have equation 3 plus equation 4, and that gives us 19m is equal to 19. Divide both sides by 19, our m is equal to 1. So you substitute this 1 for m in any equation of your choice. In this case, we are using equation 1. So if we do that, we have 3 times 1 plus 2n is equal to 5, which will give us 3 plus 2n is equal to 5. Then when we collect like terms, we have 2n is equal to 5 minus 3, which will give us 2n equals to 2. And when we divide both sides by 2, our n is 1. So this is how to apply the elimination method and also how to use the substitution method. I thank you for being part of this class, and I hope to join you next week. Bye for now.